We're all stuck inside, and I've been looking for things to keep me busy. And one of the things I did the other day was make one of these hats. This is a copy of the CC beanie hat. Um, I have a post on knittingparadise.com with the pattern, and I'll link that below. Um, I made this with a single color yarn, but I have lots of scrap yarn, and I thought it would be fun to make this with different colored stripes. You know, I'm stuck inside. I've got to do something. It's cold outside and nasty, and I'm stuck inside. What we're going to do is, the pattern calls for a provisional cast on. There's several different provisional cast-ons you can do, but the one I like the best is done with a crochet hook. It's easy, and it actually helps you set the hat up. Let me show you how it's done. A simple crochet hook, probably about an H. The pattern calls for a size 8 needle, 16 inch. The needle I'm going to cast onto, I think, is a size 5, but I'm going to cast on loosely, so it's not really going to make that much difference. The cast on is done with the crochet hook. We start with a simple slip knot, and as you notice, I'm a lefty. We're going to do this left-handed. I taught myself how to knit. When I was a child, my mother gave up on me. She's right-handed, and she said, here's the book, you figure it out yourself. So I was probably about maybe 10 to 12 years old, and I figured out how to knit. And I knit what is referred to as continental, or picking. It's a technique that I found easy as a child, and I've used it all my life. It's easier on your hands than the method where you keep throwing the yarn over. That's called the English or the throwing method. There's several different techniques, but this one has worked for me for a long time. We won't tell you how long. Anyway, you take your crochet hook with the one thing here. I usually like to start with a couple of simple chains, just a couple of chains, because I like it to be very distinct, where my crocheting stops and my stitches begin. Lay the whole crochet hook in the left hand, needle in the right hand, lay them side by side, pull your working yarn around the knitting needle and make a chain. Around the knitting needle, make a chain. Around the needle, make a chain. We're going to do 10 of these. That was 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to put markers on as we do these, because it's easier to do them in lots of 10 than to do all 72 of them and then try to count all those. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 10. And my little markers here are those little tiny rubber bands that you buy in large packages at the dollar store for about $1 or $2. I think I got 500 of these for less than $2. You can buy fancy ones, but these work well, and when you drop them and you lose them, you don't cry. Okay, I'm going to put the rest of these on, and there's 3, and count each one as I go. So I'll need to have 7 lots of 10 and 2 extra for my 72. Okay, we're done. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to here, and 2 extra stitches. Now, this is my beginning of row marker. I'm going to slip that on there. Now, I actually cut this yarn earlier, so I have a little tail here. And to keep the little tail from bugging me, I'm just going to crochet it with a few extra chains and pull it through. All right, we're ready to go. Now, what we need is a nice needle. You can get expensive ones or not so expensive ones. Look online. You can probably find one if you don't already have a needle. This is a size 8 and it's 16 inches long, which is perfect for making hats. If you've gotten this far in the video, there are some more parts. And if you've enjoyed them, like and subscribe. And if you want to watch the hat develop, watch the next part. Thank you very much.